All right, guys, so we are in the car. Right now, I just want to start off with the current state of the vehicle by telling you the mileage as a long-term review. Right now, I have about 46,688 to be exact miles since July of 2017 when I first picked up the vehicle. In those 5 years I owned this vehicle, it's been nothing but great to us. Now, it's been practical. In terms of fun factor, it's been way too fun. And in terms of reliability, it's good. Meaning that I was never stranded and nothing really major, knock on wood, no wood grain, but nothing really major happened to the car. Just a really brief history. I had a Mark 6 2012 Golf R. It was a stick shift. It only came in stick shift. It had a lot of clutch issues that left a kind of like a bitter taste for the Volkswagen brand. But I was loyal to it. Mark 7 Golf R, I did a lot of research before deciding to stay with the Golf R platform, meaning STI, meaning I wanted a Type R back then when it first announced. I think it was like 2017 model. Anyway, fast forward to today, I'm still driving this Golf R, and I'm glad I made the decision to drive this Golf R. Why? Because I think the Mark 7 Golf R, again, like I stated in the past, it's the ultimate daily driver. And having said that, it's time to move on. And the thing is, our family is growing. The girls are getting bigger day by day. And for now, we're just running out of space. They're still rear facing. It's getting a little bit cramped in terms of just fitting them in. And then running out of space, especially in the back when we're taking, long story short, we have to trade this vehicle in. And in today's video, if you guys will stick with me. I just want to talk about everything about this car, and let's go ahead and do a walk around. Did I say it already? This is 2017 Lapis Blue Metallic. This is a trademark Golf R color for the Mark 7 edition. In the 2017 year, it came with the 19-inch Pretoria alloys in the US market, but the 2019 Golf GTI Rapid Edition also came with the Pretorias, but 18 inches and also in black. So these will look pretty nice in black as well. But as we move to the side, we can see the silhouette. We have tinted windows. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. 50% ceramic to go ahead and UV protect. And again, you can see the side profile, the cargo box that I'm not really going to talk about as much. It's an InnoEdge 660. I made plenty of videos about that just to go ahead and maximize cargo room for our daily hatchback. And the OEM crossbars, those are way too high. It causes a lot of howling in high speeds. If you want to personalize your own car, take a look at the badge skins. I have it, the R in white. It used to come in chrome. A lot of these other things like the sequential turn signals right here, I really think it really blends well with the whole Lapis blue and white theme. Right here, again, we have the aftermarket spoiler. This is gonna be running out of, the clear coat is rubbing off already. It's been about 4 years since I had this 3M tape, heat it up, and just go ahead and just remove it if you don't want it for the second owner or for the next owner. You got your Euro taillights. This is the first version of the Euro taillights, not the Mark 7.5 Euro taillights, which I still prefer. I still actually do like it. It's tinted, or like a dark cherry red, but we got your rear maxed in diffusers in some white vinyl pinstriping and a aggressive diffuser valance right here and some side slats right there. Overall, what did I do to go ahead and get a peace of mind? Again, I'm going to mention it. This is one of my favorite products. It's perfect for the Golf because of where the driver's license is located. It's perfect for your everyday city parking. So it gives me a peace of mind at least. Definitely when I go ahead and fit in the tight driving spot so I don't get bumped in the rear bumper. It won't protect you on the side, but again, it's there for peace of mind and also effective protection. I'm gonna mention the trunk. Right here is also, if you could see, like an R for the rear brake light right there. And overall, you have your rear dash cam system that I'm gonna mention later, but this is a Viafo system. It's pretty high quality. I use it to go ahead and just in case someone rear ends me, Overall, the hatchback is plentiful for a daily driver, but for longer road trips, you definitely need something like a cargo box if you have a full house. Now, the Mark 7 did not come with a rear tire kit, a spare tire. What we did was we retrofitted a spare tire under here with a jack and also the necessary tools to go ahead and change it up. And on top of that, we have this little thing right here, which is an LED bar that lights up the whole rear hatchback during nighttime. And that's one of our favorite modifications right there. As you could tell from here, this steering wheel is wrapped. So what I expect is the next owner, if they choose to go ahead and remove this aftermarket steering wheel wrap, which is perforations on the side, some racing stripes up there, contrast blue stitching, the steering wheel inside will be pretty much immaculate. It will be pretty clean. For those who are aware of the Mark 7 steering wheels, you might get some grease marks right there for long-term usage. I don't think that's going to be the case under this. So now the DSG paddles right here, these are aftermarket, but these are great. These are Volkswagen VWR Racing Line replicas. The thing about this is what I like about this design is the fact that you could go ahead and downshift or upshift, but you could go ahead and the tactile points are up and bottom. So it's just right enough, just long enough for you to go ahead and access the paddle shifters either side, top or bottom, versus some other competitions where it might be a little bit too long and you could only activate it on the top. From here, just random stuff like your badge skins here, you go ahead and choose to remove it. Badge skins right here to go ahead and dechrome it. Just all around, we have just badge skins, high quality stuff. But in terms of protection, I'm gonna go ahead and sync up the gimbal and talk a little bit about this neoprene seat cover. It's been there since the start. I assume once you take this off, it's going to be clean leather, no abrasions here, and I'm hoping, you know, it's going to be good for the next owner. And then again, you know, you get some comments about saying how you might not be able to enjoy your leather for all these years and then save it for someone else. Well, that's true, but it also gives me a peace of mind because that's the character that I am. In the Mark 6, they had a side door sill protector that's stainless steel and also a OEM-R. This is actually a replica. So this is from an aftermarket company where I just kind of stuck it on, all right, just to keep this R right here, or introduce the R. But this is new to the Mark 7 generation where this is illuminated stainless steel along with illumination here and illumination in the front passenger door. Not so much in the rear, which is disappointing, but the Mark 8 fixed that. I'm going to touch up on the auto headlights later on to let you guys know why I think the Mark 7 has the best daytime running the DRL game in the business. One of the best, right? Right here we have the armrest, which was locked from factory due to safety regulations. I forgot what, but I think in the Mark 7.5s, they went ahead and opened it up. It was a pretty easy modification. So this is opened up and it has the ability to ratchet. In the Mark 6, I had the Mark 6, it was stick shift. It only came in stick shift. The DSG right here was to go ahead and prevent anything from happening. And I wanted to go ahead and be able to handle the torque. The funny thing is, this car ended up not being modified anyway. Sure, there's a modification with the resonator delete, and I'll talk about the intake later. But in terms of ECU, this car was not tuned. And in general, performance-wise, this car was faster than the Mark 6 stock, but the Mark 6 in the Stage 2 Plus peak form, it was a blast to drive, right? Until I had all the clutch issues, etc. That's why I went ahead and got the DSG. A lot of people, in my opinion, for the for Volkswagens anyway, stock clutches are pretty weak from factory. So you definitely need to, if you want more power, you definitely need to pay up to switch up the clutches. So that's what happened with my old car. And in terms of the Mark 7, I've been happy with this DSG for quite a few years. Definitely is the best of both worlds. I will go ahead and keep repeating that. Having a dual clutch transmission is really, it's really the best way to go. and maybe have your manual shift, your stick shift car on the side as a weekend car. But my battery's running low, pretty low soon, so I will continue with the rear seats. Rear seats have not been really sat in. The girls sat here for about like the first year or so when they were infants with these carriers right here, because they were not as didn't take up as much space, versus the Diono, where we ran for a few months and it just got too small. And unfortunately, that's the only reason. And the back seat, their legs are growing and it's just not enough space for them. But I want to talk a little bit about the glove box situation. The glove box situation, the one disappointment is the fact that it's not lockable. And then the Mark 6 it was. In the Mark 8, it's still unlockable. I think even the Mark 8 does not have a felted glove box anymore, versus the Mark 7. But the Mark 7 has a CD player, has some empty slots for navigation cards, SD cards, your credit cards and everything like that. And yeah, I think the new Mark 8s will be over the air base in terms of navigation update. Moving on, we do have some footwell lighting right here. Not sure if you can see it, but blue. It is customizable. So let's say it's Christmas coming up, you can have green on one side, red on one side, whatever you want. Halloween is orange, etc. But that's your taste. Overall, it's really high quality LED lights that are reliable. It's never been changed. And overall, LED lights on the map lights from factory all around. And then from here, we have a WeatherTech system, WeatherTech liners, and also Tux mat in the back. So all this is gonna be clean. Why did I go for the Tux mat system? Is because of this. Right here. It prevents all the scuffing on all the salt from touching the carpet in the rear. And then last but not least, I wanna talk about the hardwire system right here. So this is a radar system. I'm using the Uniden R3. Once this goes to the next owner, this will remain in the car. This right here, the RJ15. So basically, once this is, I'm gonna be probably taking this away and also my blend mount, but the next owner will go ahead and just replace this and basically plug this in, and you have a good hardwire system to go. The system right here, I have a in-cabin dash camera with a 3-channel camera, basically 3-system camera, where I have an in-cabin camera recording front camera. It's also hardwired, and I have parking mode. So whenever this car is in parked, it will be able to go ahead and leach power from the battery. And in case the battery dies, we have a system right here in this cubby, one of my favorite Mark 7 features, Mark 7.5 features. This cubby right here houses the PowerMagic Pro. This PowerMagic Pro will go ahead and regulate the electricity. If the voltage drops pretty low, it's gonna go ahead and shut off leaching and turn off the parking mode right there. So this is gonna be staying in the car. Basically, this will be coming with me, but this right here, whichever has a micro USB, actually mini USB capable dash camera, will be able to just plug and play. And I just wanna talk lastly, briefly about the engine. The EA888. All right, this pushes out 292 horsepower. And here it is. This is my only modification, which is the APR intake. And this is for sounds alone. I really like the sounds that come out of this intake, and the whooshes and everything like that, the turbo noises. Long term, this is the only negative, I think, right here. This is a common problem where it kind of shrivels up and everything like that due to the heat, I think. But it's a great car. And I'm gonna go ahead and just close this up. So yeah, so this is basically the video of overall walk around of the car. For sure, it is time to move on, but I really hope that this car goes to a owner who appreciates the Golf R as much as I did, and the fact that this one in particular, in the DSG, in its Lapid's blue form, just a great vehicle to drive, and definitely a family-friendly vehicle for the most part. I definitely still stand behind that statement. And until next time, thank you for joining this video that's almost 25 minutes long, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.